And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward. Now here is Hill. There's a screen. He feeds it to Evans. Puts up a three, and it's Hill. That time the assist by Evans. Hill's got 5. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
On defense, the Bruins. Now the pass to Decker. Carter comes in with the double team. Decker dishes to Evans. Decker with a screen for Evans. Inside, here's Hill. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. And it's 7 points for Hill.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
A nice shot by Roberts.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Going here with a whole new group out there. Here's UCLA trailing by 2, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Fisher, and it's Wade in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Carter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bruins.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Here's Kaminsky, and it's sent back by Irving.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Fisher. Goes up again and count it. 2 points for the chance for one more at the free throw. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Carter in at shooting guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then there's Free, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot. And for the Bruins, Carter in at 2 guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then there's Free, and it's Roberts in at the 5 down low. Hill passes to Hawkins. It's back to Hill. Fires from 14.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Again missing Hill.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Irving's checked in for Looney. And Wisconsin also making a switch. Dawkins checked in. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's the Badgers with the ball. And for that 1941 title you mentioned, Greg, for the Badgers, it was actually their first invitation to the college tournament, Clark.
How about that for a first impression?
Yeah, not bad.
Not too bad at all. Prior to their recent run of success, that was their lone bright spot as a program.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Wade, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hawkins kicks to Hill. They set the screen. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Carter on the wing. He's covered by Hawkins.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
On the wing, Hill fires the 3. They grab their own miss.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's a 3-point Badger lead. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Peyton is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Conley in at the point. Here's Carter. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Carter's got 9 points here in the second half.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Now here's Kaminsky. The Badgers working the ball around now. Decker dishes to Payton, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And the Badgers with possession here. They lead by 1. Conley kicks to Evans. Back to Conley. Evans goes in. Good.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
It's taken away by Payton. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second half. Here's Conley. UCLA grabs the miss. Campbell the pass to Roberts. Now here is Carter. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Evans right side. Sinks it.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
The feed to Carter. Here's the screen to the paint. Here's Looney. Good work defensively by Conley. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Badgers with possession here. It's a 3-point game. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so the first one is good. He'll stay at the line for one more try. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Here's UCLA. Carter. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points. There's 14 seconds left here in the second half, and he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Free passes to Carter. From the arc. Rebounded by Kaminsky. And an intentional foul right there.
A tough break there, Kevin, but frankly, they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit anyhow.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Misses. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. And what an...